What's going on, guys? I'm MTG Goblin. Today we're gonna play Ledger Shredder in our Murktide deck. Let's get into it. So for today's video, we're going back to one of the most powerful deck in Modern and one of my favorites also, Izzet Murktide, and we're playing this new card, Ledger Shredder. It's a 2-mana 1/3 flying creature. Whenever you cast, any player casts their second spell, each turn it connives, so we draw a card, discard a card. If it's a non-land card, we could put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this card is really powerful when your opponent plays Rest in Peace or any graveyard hate. We can discard our bad cards and we just have another threat. So this card takes the place of the 19 land and Brazen Bower in my case. I like having Spell Pierce still because I hate playing against Living End, and Spell Pierce really helps game 1 against Living End. So this card is actually way more powerful than you might think. It's not going to break Murktide, it's not going to be the best card in the deck, but it's really a good addition to the deck. I think it's pretty interesting. A good flat spot card. Definitely good to try out at the very least. So pretty much a standard sideboard for Izzet Murktide. And if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and also tell me in the comment section below what you think about Ledger Shredder. Also, if you want to see me live, because this video was recorded live, consider going to my description and following my Twitch. So I do apologize for round number 1. It was cut at the end of the round, so we're just going to be able to see like the last few seconds of the first game in the first round. But it was against Dimir Shadow, as you're going to see, and it was a pretty straightforward game, so didn't matter. So without further ado, let's get into the league. I hope you enjoy. Okay, unfortunately our charm is not going to be good enough. I need like another charm or a bolt to end this game, so let's consider Grave, Counterspell. Okay, let's play it. Yeah, we're just dead here. We cannot block. We need a bolt or Counterspell, or Archmage Charm rather. Just gonna play it like I have something, but they know we have nothing. Yeah, that's that Thoughtseize was really good there. Couldn't do anything about it. Fortunate. Okay, Dead Shadow. Bring ease. Disputes. I don't know which version they are yet. So, but usually I like bringing one moon because they are pretty greedy on their mana since they're going to shock a lot. And looks like they were not playing red, so I'm guessing it is a Murktide Shadow. So if I'm guessing this is a Murktide Shadow, I think Relics is going to be fine. So I can like if I'm guessing this is Murktide Shadow, heats are pretty bad. Bolt is okay, I guess, because it ends the game, but I can cut one. And probably just cut these. Dice Fiddle Push. Not the best card around. Gonna take the play. It's a lot of lands. I think I'm mulling this one. Yeah, that's way better. Keep, put the consider to the bottom. Once again, I'm just gonna force them to have the removal spell here. Okay, it works. We got a delta. Let's just play the relic. There you go. Yeah, it looks like there are only Dimir. Okay, let's try to swing. Fatal Push is a good one that they would have liked to have. Let's just chuck that in, Sego. Sure. Just gonna exile one of your cards. Don't want to see a Murktide. Shadow. Yeah, you got it. Just fetch for an island. Let's go Bolt. I'm gonna counter their counter. Shadow dies. Swing. Archmage Charm. Oh, that's a good one. Let's bubble them. See what's up. A Shadow. Okay. I think I'm gonna cast this Charm. We can always oh, Murktide is a good one. We can always play E on 1 next turn to get rid of the Shadow. Yep. Bauble. Target you. Counterspell. Let's exile one of your cards. I really want to Archmage Charm the Shadow. But I think I'm gonna do that probably just end of their turn. So I can see which card I draw. They might want to counterspell. If I draw a land, I think honestly I'm gonna do that upkeep instead. So what I draw, consider. Let's do that upkeep before they draw this. Okay. That's a good answer to my thing. If I draw land next turn, I can go Engineer Explosives with Spell Pierce up. So, yeah, I'm not gonna block here. Take 4 damage. Yeah, I was predicting that they had another Shadow. That's why I didn't really want to block. Okay, let's go E on 1. Okay, so we got the EE. We can take our time. Let's make you discard a card. I think I'm just gonna save my EE for now. Makes them not able to play another Shadow. So I'm just gonna block here, like chum block with my monkey. Because next turn I can consider. Oof. Yeah, actually it doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever. They cannot take my Murktide. If they were able to take my Murktide, I could have Spell Pierce, but they can pay for it anyway. I guess I could have Spell Pierce just to make them tap out. It's annoying. We know they have Counterspell. Yeah, I think I should have used Spell Pierce there, so they tap out. I can play my Murktide. Now it's too late. Murktide dodging Inquisition is pretty silly. Yeah. How are you doing, Wonky Wombat? Yeah, it's very awkward position. Because I'm gonna need to exile my grave. Or just lose my relic. I think it's just gonna be losing my relic, honestly. So I'll just say go. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna be forced to engineer explosive. Because we don't want to die here. I need to draw a counterspell for their counterspell. If I manage to draw counterspell, I can play my Murktide, and this game should really turn around. Like this turn, I'm cracking E for sure. And hopefully they're not gonna have other shadows in hand. So I lose my relic, unfortunately, but with the cost of not dying, I guess. Actually, one other good top deck could be Blood Moon. I slam the moon. They need to counter it. Because if they don't... Oh no, they can get a basic island here. Well, they don't, so that's good. If they got a basic island here, they would be fine. But now we can draw the moon. They can float a blue mana, but then we can just go to our second main. Yeah, they have Murktide, I'm guessing. So yeah, my relic was not a bad... yeah, they are the Shadow Murktide. Consider... Yes. And we're not drawing exactly what we want. I have to say go. Unfortunately, it's not worth just playing my Murktide and getting it countered. I need to draw something else. And if I don't, well, I'm just losing the game. Okay, going to 2. Well, that's not good enough. Our draws have been a bit awkward. I guess I'm just gonna play, but we know they have the counter. Yep. Yeah, that was a unfortunate unfortunate draw sequence. If I knew they were sandbagging like another shadow, I could have cracked my relic, and then things would have been really better. Yeah. We're on the play. We're gonna keep. We have an extra scry with our Scalding Tarn fetch, so we don't know what our opponent is. So we're just gonna say go, and then scry with what we need. Forest. So Yawgmoth, Amulet Titan, Super Sprawl. Okay, so I'm guessing it is Gruul Midrange or some sort of deck like that. No, I don't really want another land. Just gonna take a basic island here. Sure. We're gonna go with Bauble. So what do you have on top? More information. Pillage. Pillage. Well, that's quite annoying. I don't want really my land to get pillaged, so I think I'm just gonna pass with my Counterspell up for now. I could also play the monkey, but monkey means pillage, destroy my lands. So hopefully they're just gonna pillage. I'm gonna Counterspell, and then I can draw like another Counterspell, like a Spell Pierce, and then play monkey or Spell Pierce monkey and have Counterspell Spell Pierce up. Also that was another plan to yeah, that moon is totally fine with me. Yeah, that was also another plan I could have considered, just to dash removing the pillage. But it's not really a card I'm looking for to remove. Like, if they want to cast it, it's fine. I just didn't want to get my land pillage turn 2. But if they pillage eventually in the game, I don't really care. We got a land. Okay. Yeah, Blood Moon really doesn't do anything against us. Once we have 2 islands and Monkey generating mana, we're good to go. Now they might want to pillage my island, but I'm just gonna Counterspell. Seasoned Pyromancer. And that's a good one to counter. Okay, look like they only have 3 mana so far. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. We can see what we hit with Ragavan, if we want to hit them with Ragavan or not. Sprawl. Do I want them to draw Sprawl? I think it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna dash. I think I don't have that many choices at the moment. So I'm gonna dash, eat their Sprawl. Going to Lightning Bolt their face. And I'm gonna play my Murktide. And hopefully it's gonna be good enough. To remove these, they need a Fury Bolt or 2 bolts, which would mean 2 for 1 for them, for us, so not the end of the world. And if I don't think they have bolt, considering they saw we have a monkey. Like, I think this Murktide, yeah, this Murktide is really good. Okay. Dress down is good for this matchup. On the draw, I like Force of Negation, because sometimes they can just get out of nowhere with their things. Subtlety is fine, but not that great. Jace is good when we go long games. think I'm just taking out my charms. It's just hard if they play Blood Moon to have really 3 island. I think Ledger goes out. Just they're a bolt deck. Ledger dies to Bolt and Fury, so it's not gonna be as good as one of my other creatures because it costs 2. Yeah, they probably board out the moons. That's true. Just in case. I mean, honestly, we have a really good matchup against them no matter what. So, doesn't really matter. But now we're going to 5. Sure, I guess I'm keeping this. Bottom. I guess it's gonna be bottom. Like, I want my engine, but I also want my lands, considering they're a pillage land. Pillage deck. Alright, let's see if I have a line on my top. I don't, so I'm just gonna fetch this away. Let's grab a Steam Vents to have the option of bolting something. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, so they go for something crazy here. We do have Bolt and Spell Pierce. That's pretty good. We could actually Spell Pierce this and really deny them some ramp. I'm not against it, honestly. Yeah. You have the Veil. You have Veil. Yeah, sure. You got it. Can't do anything about that. Because sometimes Sprawl means it's their 3rd land, and sometimes they're going to keep a 2-land hand, and they need absolutely the Sprawl to win the game. Okay, so we're in not a great shape, but okay shape, considering we multi 5. We just got Cryptic Command, so not great. But usually they play like 2 Veil of Summoner side, or maybe 3 if they're really against Counterspell. Is this a Bloodbraid Elf? Bloodbraid Elf would be pretty bad here for us. Looks like a Bloodbraid Elf. Oh, okay. I don't have Delirium right now, so I'm just gonna counter it. If I had Delirium, I could just let this resolve and Unholy Heat it. Fortunately, we're not there. Okay, I'm gonna take my land and I'm gonna shock it in case I really need Counterspell and I consider it to Counterspell. Now I need to draw a Murktide to finish the game. Murktide is just so huge against them. Like, personally, I played some Gruul Midrange a few weeks ago, and I was splashing white only for 4-path in my sideboard because the Murktide matchup is just so awful. Yeah, we don't really care about Rain Insects. You can have it. Yeah, the key to winning this matchup is just slamming a big Murktide and try to protect it, and that's pretty much it. Let's put this in our graveyard. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's give our Murktide even bigger stats. Let's go, big boy. Okay, can you beat an 8/8? So, like I said, they need Fury, Fury Bolt. Well, now they need 2 Furies, so it's gonna be hard. Like, we mulligan to 5, I'm really into just winning this game with my 8/8. If they can remove it, we're probably just losing. Looks like they have 1 Fury. Do you have the second one? And a red card? Okay, that's a really good sign. Targeting my Dragon Age. A really good sign means they cannot kill my Fury, my Murktide. And we actually managed to get Delirium with this, so we can kill the Fury now. I'm gonna hold for now. And opponent down to 9, passing past turn. So I don't need to use my heat right now. Can wait. Alright. I'm gonna float a red. Okay. Alright. Swing for 8. And just slam the RCs I go. Have 2 ways of killing them. They can survive a turn if they have Endurance. They block my Murktide and... Actually, never mind. They're at 1, so... Oh yeah, they block my Murktide and Arbor Elf. My DRC. Okay, I don't have any lands. You got me, opponent. No lands for me. But no life for you. So I guess I win. I mean, if their last card is Endurance, they get to live 1 more turn. Looks like it is. No. Yes. Yeah, pretty much that. Okay, but I still have an 8/8, and you have nothing. And now my Murktide grows, so it's even more difficult to remove it. Like, I don't know why they're still playing this game. They have no way they can get back into this game. There's no draw that get them back into the game. unless I'm not. They have hate for Murktide, like the short target flying creature. Oh, that's a good one. If they have, I know they cannot bridge. They have only 2 mana. What card can they get for 2 mana that stops my 8/8? They had 1 more mana, they could bridge us, and that would be pretty good. Pitting Needle. Alright, just for good measures, let's fetch. Oh no, cannot activated my abilities with my Murktide. Alright. Trying to fix my camera, but it's not better. It's never better. Alright, start. Sure. It's another hand where we can get whatever card we need with our bubbles. Only mill against the 5. So. Okay. Maybe this is going to give us, yeah, that is pretty much what I was thinking. So just in case they grief us if they are living end, I'm not gonna pop this bubble now. Ledger has been pretty good, honestly, the games that I've played it. So it is living end. All right. I think a 3 of is maybe a little much. But honestly, the card is pretty cool. Okay, I don't want another Ledger here, so I'm just gonna fetch this away. Steam Vent's tapped. Draw a card. Okay, let's just play the Ledger here and Sego. So, yeah, Ledger is honestly looks bad on paper, but it actually won me a couple of games. Like, it's good to just finish the game, just to go, all right, I have a 2/4 or a 3/5 that attack every single turn and doesn't die to bolt. I can protect it with my counterspell, and eventually I'm gonna get you because I have flying. Or it's also very good if you need to discard cards that you don't need. So, for example, here I could discard a Ragavan, and then they go living end, and I like here I need a land, so I'm just gonna fetch for that. No, so here I can play my land. Fortunately, you know what? Yeah, I missed 1 point of damage. I'm gonna play this monkey. It's not the end of the world. So I can draw. Because I have Spell Pierce, so they're not going to. Oh wow. Okay. You know what? Oh, they got rid of that. Okay. You know what? I'm actually gonna put it on top, draw it, and then discard it. Like, the card is nothing crazy. It's not gonna change the blue decks that he's using it, but it's honestly pretty impressively, like, more powerful than people think. Alright, let's swing for 2. So I'm just gonna hold this Counterspell and Spell Pierce up and say go. Next turn I can Expressive Iteration to get more mana. Yeah, cannot do anything about that. Yeah, and Pioneer is pretty cool. And really, I think I forgot to mention it, but the biggest power level of this card is when you don't need like your Murktide or your DRC because your opponent has Graveyard Hate, like a Rest in Peace. You can just discard your Murktide with this. It's really a lot of its power comes from this. Head the Loa Borden, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I'd like to draw a line with this. Now, if they have Outburst, Force of Negation, and a blue card, we're in trouble. But the chance that they have all of that is pretty low. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly that. Good threat to fight against Graveyard Hate. Okay, so I think I'm just going to Expressive, try to get my land. Didn't get it. Let's go bottom. Actually, hand, bottom, exile. It doesn't matter if I have Spell Pierce or Counterspell, so I'm just gonna play the monkey and say go. Because they won't have 5 mana next turn. Spell Pierce. Okay, so do you have another one? That's the question. They do. Okay. Well, it's rare, but we can actually still win this game. Usually when a living end passes, it's hard to win the game, but now we can actually still win. Okay, Drew the Island. I like it. So this has Flying Ward 2. This is 3/4, 3/3. Sure. So my Murktide is a 6/6 at the moment. That is pretty good. So let's go. Let's go Murktide. Have Archmage Charm to draw some cards. And say go. So the goal here is just to... Honestly, we can actually win through this. We can just draw more cards. And eventually, we're just going to outgrind them. Swing for 6. Just with this one. Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to take it for now. Okay, let's try to draw 2. See what they have. Bolt, other Murktide is great. Really, really good. Wow. Okay. Play this as a land. Let's count our mana. We have 6. So... Yeah, unfortunately, we're one off from having Murktide, Bolt, Ledger, Counterspell up. I think it's just going to be Ledger. Bolt. Draw a card. We already played our land. What happens if we discard Charm? We can play a Murktide that is going to be bigger, grow this one so we can block. But we can actually wait another turn, so I don't really need. But I think I can still do that. Honestly, having Counterspell up doesn't really matter. Okay, so I think I'm just going to discard Counterspell. Leave my Charm. Play my Murktide. Exiling all of this. Okay, so I'll grow the turtle. That is an interesting game. Say go. Now they cannot swing anymore. And we're looking pretty good. They need to Living End to get rid of the board. Like, our board is stronger than theirs, so they need to Living End. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're pretty much gonna counter like a... Okay, that's a bad sign. Means they have another Living End. But we can play into that, where we can kill our own creatures so that their Living End is bad. So, like, trade like this means if they have Living End, we're still bringing back a Murktide. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay, they had another one. Damn. This game is really interesting. Let's discard this island. Okay, we still have a game. It's really interesting. But they definitely got us this time. We don't have Delirium, but we can have Delirium with this. So we can kill this, pay 3, pay the ward 2. We have enough mana to do all of that. Alright, that's a very interesting game. DRC. Okay, draw 2 cards. That's really good. Not for this turn, but next turn. Let's kill it right away. Ward 2, I'm gonna pay the tax. So they don't untap and have Force of Negation up. And we're gonna say go. Like, we can block the Charlotte, so we're gonna take 6. Go to 7. We're still in okay shape. And if they live again, we have Ragavan, Murktide, and Ledger coming back. So it's actually not that bad. Okay, take 3. You got it. I think we're still gonna win. We have a lot. We're really better at the game to just have more resources than them. So DRC. Expressive Iteration. Trigger. It's a top. We need another Murktide to finish the game. Okay, so hand, bottom, exile. We're gonna go Heat Subtlety, trigger. And this game is really nice. Let's tap this Counterspell. We're gonna need just Counter Magic. We're just gonna counter every single Living End from now on. So we're not blocking with Murktide. Might as well swing with it. Because we're not blocking this. We're gonna block this if they really want to attack. We're countering every single living end that is coming our way, but I think they have only one living end left, so we need to counter the last living end and we win this game. Grief, pitching, grief. Yeah, let's just counter this. They have no cards in hand. I think this game is over. Put on top again, have at least one counter spell in our back pocket. Yep, take 3. Okay, so now we're gonna show them that this game is over. So we still want to have our Delirium. So we have, yeah, we have enough. Instant. Let's just discard a land. I paid for one too much. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Okay, swing for 10. Oh wow, just missed lethal there. I could have just exiled my no, I didn't miss lethal because I wouldn't have. Yeah, I would still have Delirium with Archmage Charm if I exiled the Charm. So yeah, I just missed lethal there. I didn't realize they were at 11 life. All right, so that was a nice one. Relic comes in. Flusterstorm, Dispute, Force of Negation, and let's cut Lightning Bolts. What do we not want? Like, this is fine. It's pretty cool card where we discard our creatures, and then if they let it in, we bring back our creatures. Unholy Heat is honestly like fine if they resolve a living end, but if they don't resolve a living end, like our main plan is just them never resolving living end. I think we probably like Ragavan is honestly really good. I don't know, maybe some expressive iteration. We're not looking to go super long games. Maybe it's just all of the heats, honestly. Like, we don't need Unholy Heats if Living End never resolves. Our plan is just that it never resolves, so. Yeah, sure. Grief, pitching, grief. Yep. Probably taking our counterspell. Yep. Just play the RC, say go. We're just gonna look for another counterspell with this consider, but honestly it might be too late already. Because they're on the play. Our only chance is Flusterstorm or Spell Pierce. So, yeah. Yep, just swing for 1, say go. And I'm not using Consider before combat because they have Dispute, so I'm not don't want to give them a free dispute, and they know we don't have a counterspell. We only had one draw, so. Okay, no, so no living end this turn, really good. So all we need is a counterspell, relic. That's what we're looking for. No. That's technically a counterspell, but it costs 3. Okay, I'm gonna take it. It's not the best one, but it's good to have this with another counterspell. Okay, that's another counterspell. Okay, we got it. So I think we're feeling pretty good here. So now we can counterspell their outburst, their living end, and then dispute their dispute. Yep, easy game. No shocks mean they're not really going to go for it this turn. So they cannot go for it while I fetch because I have counterspell, but they can go for it at my upkeep. Just grab this tapped. They don't have it. That's good. I don't really need to play anything. I can just swing for 1 and wait again. I just need to build up my lands. Eventually, I'm going to be able to play multiple spells a turn. So let's just shock that and swing for 1. Like, my best draw next turn is a land, so I can play Expressive Iteration. I could also just play the Iteration next turn, just try to fetch my land. That would also be a good idea. Okay, another counterspell. I mean, it's pretty tricky because they're just gonna go for it. And it's 100% sure that they're just waiting for the right moment that I tap out. I think the best play again is just to swing and do nothing. And just try to hope we can draw our counter magic, not counter magic lines naturally. It's kind of an awkward state. And at some point, they're going to be able to pay the dispute. They keep drawing lines. Yep. My best draws are like Considers because it only costs 1. Considers, lands. Ragavan is also good. Just a game of patience. Here's the thing. I have a clock, and they don't. They're dead in 10 turns. Okay, let's discard our Murktide. So living end is worse if they resolve it. Yeah, they have been pretty good at hitting their lands, and we haven't. We're just trying to get lands. We have a pressure already. It's a small one, but it's pressure. Also, Bauble would be good, because I can have Delirium this way. Consider is a good one. Let's cast the Consider, trying to get our lands. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna draw it. That's one of the only ones I was not going to put in my grave. And we're just gonna discard our other Murktide. So if they do get Delirium again, I can just bring back 2 Murktides. Damn, those Archmage Charm. We're getting in there. 1 damage at a time. Yeah, let's discard this Ledger. Can I get lines? Perfect. At some point, my opponent's gonna be forced to play a spell. We're getting in one every single turn. So now we have Counterspell, Counterspell, Mystical Dispute, Force of Negation. Have a lot of stuff. Okay, there they go. It's gonna be time for the Counterspell war. Let's fetch. Island. Counterspell. Trigger. And I'm going to have a lot of triggers also. Hardcast Force of Negation. Okay, I'm gonna play Dispute on your Force of Negation. Trigger. This on this on this. Dispute, targeting my Dispute. Okay. You got it. Trigger. Grave. You got this also. Trigger. Grave. Counterspell. Trigger. Grave. And it works. But I'm guessing they have another one, but we have Force of Negation up, so. Yep. You have another countermatch. Force, Pitching, Charm. Trigger. Another Murktide, come on. Pretty sure they have a Counterspell. Okay, do you have another Cascade spell? Do you have another one? How do I not have Delirium with 17 cards in my deck? Come on. What is this? Hardcast Grief? What? Oh, Suspend Living End. Wow. Okay. Okay, we can play our iteration after a million years. We're gonna have freaking Delirium. Okay. Hand, bottom, exile. Let's play this. Dash this. And put you to 1. And Sego. Damn, this game was pretty nice. Actually, both game 1 and game 2 were pretty cool. And here's the thing. Let's say they did Living End. I think we still would have won because they would only bring back 1, 2, 2 flyers, and we would bring back 3. So I'm pretty sure this would have been a win either way. Yeah, that was a really funny game of Magic. Wow. And the Relic arriving at the perfect time, the last turn of the game. Yeah, I think that was a like the second I was tapping for something, they would have gone to go for it, and I would have lost because they had 2 disputes. So not tapping anything was actually the correct play. And just discarding our Murktides just to so they get it back from the Living End. Sure, keep. Pretty good hand of Murktide here. Let's go Shock DRC. Sega. Okay. Okay, pretty good. Consider. We're just gonna put every single card in our grave since we have 2 Murktides. Yep. And I'm gonna hold this bolt because we're probably playing against Affinity and we need bolts to remove creatures, you know? So next turn, if we manage to... no, actually, next turn we have a Murktide, no matter what. Yeah, that's fine. This is only 2 or less. Yep. It's not gonna be my Murktide. So once again, I'm just gonna put everything in my grave. Even a land? Yeah, even a land. I have 2 Murktides, I need to put everything in my grave. And let's go for Murktide number uno. And next turn, we're gonna go for Expressive Iteration. And eventually go for Murktide 2. Yep, that was a fine, like, I mean, any creature they were going to play, I was going to build it. Even a Ornithopter or something. This creature is even better. Oh, is this a Teferi? Okay, that's fine. If there was a Teferi bounce by Murktide, would have been sad. Oh, that's pretty much... that's pretty much the same, right? Okay, I guess I have a Murktide in hand now. Oh, they take it. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. Okay, let's try to get our lands. Well, that's lands. And bottom, exile this, Sego. Draw a Bauble. Yep. Oof. Okay. Seems pretty bad. Okay, that's a good one. Draw 2. Can you make... Can you play 3 more Doctor? Yeah, I guess I should just bold this, just so they don't have too many artifacts for Affinity, but they already have a bunch of artifacts, so it doesn't really matter. God, are you kidding me? Okay, I guess that's something. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. DRC. I just need everything in my grave right now. Grave, 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 grave. Okay. Now I'm guessing they're gonna bring it back to my hand. Yeah, they can cast field throws. They can even cast 4 of those in one turn. Just because. They can... Oh, they want to return this to their hand. Seems like a pretty bad idea, considering I have a 6/6 coming at you. Alright, they do it now. Alright, draw a card. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna turn off. Consider is a card I can cast. Oh, no! Damn. I just clicked through that. I think I'm still gonna cast it. Oh my god, that's the 4th one. 42 cards, 4 Thought Monitor. Sure. I mean, I can go for double Murktide next turn if I draw a fetch. If I go consider grave, grave, fetch, I'm gonna have enough cards. Well, now I'm gonna consider. No. Yes. Wow, that's the 4th Murktide. Okay. Come on, land. No. Okay, let's play Ledger and DRC. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really want to draw 4 Murktide. Like 3 would have been fine, or even 2. Probably just gonna discard one of them here. Monkey is worst. But I'm if they play 2 spells next turn, I can just discard Murktide, just grow this. I still think we're gonna win, but it's just our opponent drew pretty well. Well, maybe they're gonna get out of this one, but they don't know we have multiple Murktides in hand. Okay, cast it, cast it, cast it. Do it. That's a card that could make us lose the game. That's a good one. Okay, trigger. Yeah, let's discard a Murktide. Let's block. I'm probably gonna lose the Lyrium anyway with my Murktides. Okay, that's a good draw. Fetch an island. And I can swing at Tef. They block. Think I do that? Yeah. Just gonna get rid of their flyers. If they don't block, that's also fine. I'm probably still gonna survive next turn. Yep. Okay. So get rid of this. Murktide number 1. How many instant and sorcery do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna go for Baby Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So Baby Murktide. If I had like multiples, would have been pretty good. Okay, now, Big Murktide. Oops. Trigger. Draw. DRC. Okay. What is this? Metallic Rebuke? Yeah. Sure. Damn. It's gonna be a close game. No! That was the only thing that beats me. Damn. Well, technically... Oh no, I'm dead. Yep. Damn. That was a really close game. This Tef actually got there. The second Tef was the card that beat me. So Moon, EE, dress down. Mystical. Okay. I think they have Toonie. Like my spell pierce only block like Tef that I really want to, so I think I'm probably just discard this. Monkeys are actually never gonna get to swing, or really not that much, I'm guessing. Like they can generate a lot of blockers very fast. Murktide against bounce spells are very okay. Let's cut 2 of them. Well, we're still on the play, so monkey could be fine. Maybe I just cut some other cards. I'm not sure about this one. The player's a Saga, so Archmage Charm is fine. Actually can cut some counter spells against them. Just got 2 monkeys for the other 2 cards. And on the draw, I'm just gonna cut all 4 monkeys to make space. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's why I caught some couple Murktides. When your opponent has like that many bounce spells, Murktides is not really the way you go. Like this game, I drew all four of them, and that was way too much. Like I probably just want to draw one, just in case they have like, and also they're probably gonna bring relics and stuff. So yeah, bounce spells are definitely annoying. On top, and let's keep the bubble for another trigger, another later trigger. I can't get delirium with this potentially. I do want Unholy Heat. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on top. Telic Rebuke, sure. Okay, they pass. Consider response. See what I can get. Just gonna grave this. Yeah, you got it. Now I'm gonna try to get a land. Fetch my land here. Nice. It's also another good one. Okay, let's go. Island, swing for 3. Play Murktide. And say go. I don't need Delirium right now, and I'm just gonna get it back when I put a instant in my grave, which is really easy with Mystical Dispute and Unholy Heat. Okay, that's annoying. Cannot do anything about it, so just Unholy Heat response. That's a good one. Put it on top. Or later. So hand. Well, that's really 3 good cards. Still a very good one. So hand, bottom, exile, swing for 3. So do I want to play the iteration or just hold this dispute? It's pretty close. I think I'm just gonna hold dispute because anyway I want to have my island and I need to cast red if I want to play the iteration. So I'm just gonna hold. Yep. They have rebuke up, but I have dispute, so let's just go for it. Put it in my grave. I'm gonna cast it for 0. Sure, put on top. Say go. Take 6. Yeah, I think this game is over. We have Counterspell. We can destroy this. Next turn we can Iteration to get back our another hand. Yep, you get the drum. So I'm just gonna hold this Counterspell. I'm just not gonna let them have an out. Next turn I can bolt whatever to finish the game. It's gonna do it. Check. So honestly, they have a lot of answers for Murktide. They have Dispatch also. So I think on the draw, I'm just gonna bring 2 Spell Pierce. Looks like they have more non-creature spell than I thought at first. And I can keep 2 Ragavans just to help me close the game. Honestly, yeah, I think that's fine. I can I could also like cut some charms, bring back my counter spells instead. Charms can really save my butt if they have a germ. Yeah, I think 2 counter spells is fine. I have enough ways of winning the game. 4 DRCs, 2 Ragavans, Ledgers, good enough. Like, this is also good for their counter magic. I can counter their counter. What do you think about... What do you think about adding another copy or 2 ledgers to the sideboard for this list, for this type of matchup where Murktide is just... yeah, that could be actually an interesting idea. I could, like, cut a 1 Jace. Because Jace has just been meh for me in my last few leagues. So I think 1 Jace for Ledger could be interesting for the matchup where Murktide is just not going to cut it, but Jace is just too slow also. Yeah, I think that could be an interesting idea. Sure. Let's keep. By the way, Wonky, have you been playing a lot of Pioneer? I know like Pioneer is really becoming more popular because of the announcement that is going to be the next Pro Tour, not Pro Tour. I know you're like a really big Pioneer fan. Okay, I'm just gonna get my... What's the deck you're currently on? Explore, is it the like Pioneer that has not been released all the set? Is that this one, or it's another thing? Okay, Boros Burn, yeah. I've seen that a lot of people are playing Mono Red these days. Not sure which one is better. I'm not playing enough Pioneer for to know, but like with the white you have a worse mana base, but you have the splash of Boros Charm and Chained Rock and other stuff. You like Boros more. Makes sense. Let's upkeep my turn. I'm just gonna think here if I want to. I think I'm just gonna heat this right away. I'm gonna get Delirium pretty soon, so let's just bolt instead. Let's grab this. Playing also Shredder now, 2 of instead of Spell Person main. Move Spell Person to the sideboard. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think people were still trying to figure out what is the place of this card. So that's the thing. I probably don't want Unholy Heat this turn. Probably just want to consider, and if I draw a Blood Moon, I'd rather have a basic island. Like, the chance that I Unholy Heat something is quite low this turn. Yeah, I think Shredder's honestly pretty cool. Pretty nice card. The thing is, I do still like to have Spellpierce main because of Cascade decks are just running everywhere. Damn, that's a lot of Springleaf Drum. Katka deck are just running everywhere, so I like to have couples of Spell Pierce main to just counter game 1. It just makes the matchup really good. Game 1. I'm gonna take this as a counter spell of some of the sort. EE. I could EE on 1, destroy all other things. Nah, not worth. Just gonna swing for 3, do my thing. Sego. You like Boros more. My take on Monored vs Boros is that Boros is more aggressive, while Monored has better capacity to grind. And at the moment, the mana favors the ability to grind over that aggression from Charm. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, Charm is just a really, like, probably the best burn spell in terms of damage in Pioneer right now. But from what I'm seeing, there are a lot of Winona right now, so maybe it's just better to finish the game before Winona smacks your butt for 1,000,000 damage. By the way, hi, watch a lot of your YouTube streams. FNM Burn didn't went well. Chance to Murktide. Yeah, you pretty much did the same as me. Okay, let's dispute this guy. Get out of the way. Let's grade this. Yep, Burn is a pretty good deck still, but Murktide is definitely a really powerful deck to pick up if you have the cards. End of turn, I'm gonna consider. I guess I'm gonna put it on top and consider again. No, I don't want a second one. No, I'm gonna draw this. Seems good enough. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Burn sometimes can be frustrated where you just have zero control on the game. But this on top, I want to draw that. Okay, that's a lot of lines. So hand, bottom, exile, shock. Play my bird. Play this on 0. Hello. Let's stop. Alright, swing for 3. Okay, one turn opponent you have. I'm putting my defenses down. Do what you want. Yeah, I think Murktide are really the best deck in form. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking also. If you're really good at pelleting the deck, I think it's one of the best deck right now. Like, what I like about Murktide is that it's gonna be very rare that you just sit in front of an opponent and you're like, oh no, he's playing this, he's playing that. You're just gonna see, okay, all right, I can beat pretty much anything. And of course, there are bad matchups, like 4-color control is not great, but you can still beat them. It's not impossible. At least Murktide is fun to play. A lot of this is, yeah, I really like that in Murktide. Almost all games are gonna be different. A lot of different, and what is fun is also you can grind very, very hard because you have 4 Expressive Iteration, Archmage Charm, and stuff like that. But you can also just win games out of nowhere with your monkeys and with your Murktide, so you can cheese games very fast. So the deck is very, very powerful. Did you get the rule of the 1 living end on the stack where you depalm it? You mean Calibrated Blast? Is that what you're asking? Before we do that, no, never mind. We're gonna do that first. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Hand, whoop, wrong one. Hand, bottom, exile, pulp this guy, get out of the way, trigger. Let's just discard, how many bolts and heats have gone away? Like, let's just discard a heat. we're at this point in the game where we're just discarding heats because we want to get this guy +1/+1. Yeah, the Calibrated Blast. Honestly, I didn't check. Maybe, yeah, it's not clear, honestly, what you have to do to make it work. But, I think if you play it before it goes on this deck, you're still gonna be good. So, yeah. Like, if you play it before they actually reveal the top, I think it still works, but I'm not 100% sure. Is there a judge in the chat? We need a judge ruling. Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about. I'm not sure if you have to depalm the spell or the damage on the stack, because it looks like it goes on the stack. Hey, my friend, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's fetch. Try to get our lands out of our deck a bit. I'm gonna keep this dress down in my back pocket in case I need it for later. Iteration. Let's go hand, bottom, exile. Cast this as our second spell of the thing. Let's discard. Well, now we have Counterspell, so I guess we just discard the Dispute to grow this a bit. Shock that in. What do you have on top? A land. Filling back for your opponent. We're just gonna beat you with our chicken. Like, right now, Bird is looking pretty strong. Like, just discarding our bad cards, having a pressure. We just need to end the game, discard our bad cards, filter our things. Yeah, you can't have a 1/1. Or can you? Ah, that's mine. And at this point, I can do pretty much whatever I want. Another one. Okay, let's go Bird. Can get a Lightning Bolt. Not a Lightning Bolt. Not a Lightning Bolt. Not a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. The Harry Potter bird with the suit. Okay, so disclaimer, I'm not a judge, but it's a trade, obviously. I'm pretty sure that you have to target the trader. Okay. Makes sense. Because honestly on MTGO it was like, looks like the trigger went on the stack, so it was kind of weird that it's a triggered ability on a spell. You know, like not all spells have triggered abilities. 4 lands, Lightning Bolt, Ragavan. I think we can try this. Like, we have an iteration to maybe just get spells. I don't like keeping four lines, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Well, that's better than my monkey. Wow, second monkey is not what I was looking for. Yeah, it's really weird. I think we're gonna lose this game 1. Monkey, go. Ha! Joke's on you. I have another one. Yeah, I knew they were going to do that, but I don't really have a lot of plays here. And if they have Amulet, Bounce Lands, Titan, we're just going to concede here, honestly. Yeah, Arbor Grazer is the superior one-drop. Superior... this card is broken. It's going to break Magic. Ban Arbor Grazer. Alright, let's just not waste time here. Alright. Amulet Titan. Subtlety. Dress down. Blood Moon. Monkey is pretty bad, but is also fine on the play. I'm just gonna discard all of my bolts, my charms. Is this card really good in this matchup? I feel like it doesn't do much. It's kind of slow. Iteration also, like, this matchup is kind of hard for us because it's almost like the Dead Shadow matchup, except that we don't have discard spells to interact with them. It's kind of weird. But we do have Blood Moons. I mean, I can have a lot of looks at a Blood Moon with this. Okay. No charms, remove counterspell. Charm can get the... Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, too late now. We're gonna check for game 3 if we get there. The thing is, just paying 3 mana to steal their Amulet just feels so bad. Oh, that's a moon. We got there. We got there. And the thing is, they can only remove this with Dismember. Can we get a Spell Pierce? Well, that's a moon. No. Yeah, you got it, opponent. Yeah, you're right, but we can counter the Summoner's Pact. Like, we have too many cards that are bad in our deck in this matchup. So we cannot, like, take out everything. We just have a lot of bad cards. Yeah, Magus for sure. Magus is always the move. Because Boseiju they have, like, probably 3 or 4 of. And Magus is, well, they still have, like, a crazy turn 2 thing going on. Can you, like, stop this opponent? Like, we're just turn 2. Just relax. Take it easy. Well, they only have 5 mana. Jeez. Just whatever. Do your thing. Do your transmute. Go get Summoner's Pact, then pass turn. Yep, go get Summoner's Pact, then just pass turn. Just do it. Just pass your turn. Everything's gonna be fine. Cavern of Souls. Yeah, that's okay. I don't care about Cavern. I don't have any counter spells in my hand anyway. Fetch. Island. Shock. Play a 2/2. Say go. You don't have this, member. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. And let's tap correctly. And Blood Moon. Alright, guys. We're gonna get there. We have protection. Take 2. Yeah. Are you talking about this one or the other one from, what is it called? Planar Chaos? Wow. It's a lot of lands. Okay, so Iteration, get our Delirium going. We don't need another Murktide, so let's go. And bottom, land, play my land, kill this guy, get out of here. We killed this guy. Feel that's maybe a little bit excessive, but I think it's fine since next turn we're gonna go with Murktide. So we're gonna lose Delirium anyway, so might as well just get in. Yeah, Future Sight. I like the art from Future Sight. I just I got the card with card order, the loan program, so I didn't choose my art. Yeah, I like in paper. I like Future Sight or Planar Chaos, whatever the one is called. I like it better. It's from this set, from this Toleria West set. Yeah, I got his monkey. Well, well, well. Isn't it an endurance? Yeah, you got me. You got me good. But I still have this Magus. Yeah. Get in there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm one off from hard casting Murktide. Well, well, if this is a Ragavan. Go, Magus, go, Magus, go. Go, Magus, go, Magus, go. Alright, say go. Yeah, I'm gonna hold this Heat forever, but we're never gonna get to play Murktide with this. We can hardcast Murktide with our treasure, technically. Oh, they exalt the graves. Cool. Can technically hardcast Murktide here. Bauble. What do you have? You have an endurance. I don't want you to draw an endurance. I'm gonna take your endurance. That's mine. I'm targeting you. Back. We're gonna get there. Oh, charm. Perfect moment. Yeah, Magus did all the work this game. I literally, like, my starting hand was like, oh, I can get some couple of looks with this for Magus. And just got there. Okay, so now, I don't think 3 charms is the right number. So I'm gonna cut one counter spell and have 2 charms. Because the thing is, I really need my moons to win the game. So my charms are gonna be bad eventually. And counter spells, like, I mean, they need to have the cavern. I can counter an amulet. I think this hand is too slow, doesn't do much. Well, this hand we have a Magus and a Monkey. So yeah, that's pretty good. Keep. Put an iteration to the bottom. Don't have the Grazer, please. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. As long as you didn't have the Grazer, I was happy. Monkey, go! You bring Explosive for Amulets. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe Explosive is fine. But Spell Pierce can actually get Amulet, Summoner's Pact, which are key cards for them to win. But you're right, maybe I'm sideboarding wrong. Like I said, there are a lot of cards in our deck that are just not good for the matchup, so... Magus, go! Did it again. Bubbly. We drew Bubbly. Put that on top. Pretty good card. Swing with our 2 power creatures. Yeah, this Magus has been working a lot. Oh, they were going to draw the Grazer, the most powerful card in their deck. That's a Dryad. Okay, let's go. Let's go Iteration, get our land. Top. Let's go. Sure. Hand, bottom, exile this. And play it. So you go. Yeah, this game has been pretty solid for these 2 little guys. Do you have a basic forest? Looks like you don't. And they can see, and we got the 4-1. Nice. Nice. So 4-1 this league. So as you saw, Ledger Shredder is a very cool card. Very versatile, also being a threat and a discard outlet for our bad cards. So Murktide is still a very powerful deck, and if you're playing the deck and you haven't tried Ledger Shredder, I really recommend playing this card or just trying it out at a FNM or something like that. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in another video. See ya. Bye bye, guys.